Hey, hi, hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Shannon. How you doing? Nice to meet you. I hope you're doing so very well. Today I am bringing you my April TBR. It's been a minute since I've sat down and spoken in front of a camera, so if this is messy, I do apologize, but I took a wee break from making videos because life got a little bit chaotic, but now I feel like it's stabled out, so I am ready to come back and talk about some books. So let's get into what I would like to read in April. The first book I have here is one I am already reading. So this is God Killer by Hannah Kaner, and this is the beautiful, oh god, Waterstones edition, and I am just like completely obsessed with this. It is absolutely stunning. And the actual bit that I really love is this part. This actually looks like something from Lord of the Rings, and maybe that's why I love it so much. But yeah, like this is an adorable book and I am really enjoying it. I am 112 pages in. In this, we follow Kissin, and she lost her family because of a fire god's followers. The gods have been wiped out, no one is allowed to pray to them or have shrines to them, and she has become a god killer. So she makes sure that no gods step foot on this earth, pretty much. And then she meets a new god, Skedi, who is the god of white lies. Unfortunately, he is attached to a young noble girl, Anara, and Kissing can't kill Skedi without potentially killing Anara. So she has to find a way to separate the two. So together with a disillusioned knight, they all travel to Bladrin. I think that's what it's called. Glen Glenraden. It is the city of gods, essentially. It was in ruins, but they're all going there in order to get a favor from the gods. And demons are chasing them, the woods, the knights, obviously. They have a god with them that's illegal. So they have their challenges along this adventure route, and I am really enjoying this. I was hesitant, like, look how beautiful this is. This is absolutely stunning. And I was scared that it wasn't going to live up to what I had in my head. But so far, I'm really enjoying this. There is disability rep, which I find it really nice. And it's nice to see a badass character with some diversity and some rep included. So I am really enjoying this. I like all the characters. I am very interested to see where they go and what happens. And yeah, I really enjoy this. So this is my currently reading. The next beautiful book I have is from a book box. And if you don't know, one of my goals this year was to make book box books a priority. I'm paying for these books. I am choosing between Fairy Loot and Illumicrate. I'm only allowing myself one a month because I feel like that is achievable to have as like a set in stone TBR pick. And I decided to go with The Adventures of Amina Al-Sarfi. This is another beautiful book. Can you see this? Like, this is glorious. Look at that shine. Am I blinding you? I may be blinding you. But like, it's so fabulous. And like, I'm gonna take the dust jacket off so you can see it in all its glory underneath. It's still so shiny, and I am really loving this spine. This spine is fabulous. Like, I love it. Also, the map on the inside, beautiful artwork, absolutely stunning artwork. And I really enjoy this edition, and I'm so glad that I ended up going with this one for my book box pick. In this, we follow Amina El-Sarfi, of course, and she is a legend on the seas. She is my captain, a legend. She is fighting people left, right, and center. There is stories that follow in her wake, but she decided to give all this up in order to retire and be a mother. But then someone comes and offers her a fortune for one last job, one last adventure. And Amina's being a little bit antsy in retirement, so she decides that taking this adventure up could save her family later on down the line with the fortune that she is offered. unfortunately, not as all as it seems, and this last adventure might cost her her very soul. And that is all I'm gonna say. And I am so hyped for this. I'm worried because I'm not much of a pirate person. Like I haven't really read much pirate books, so I'm a little worried if this is not going to be my cup of tea. But I am really excited to try it and see adventure and see if pirate fantasy or sea fantasy or whatever you would like to call this is my cup of tea. And this seems like a really good place to start. So I would like to get to this. This is also knocking off my book box pick for February. So that would be nice because then I can still reach my goals while having fun. In a similar vein to the adventures of Mina Al-Sarfi, I have another book box pick here. This is the March Fairy Loot pick, so if you have not received yours yet, then please look away because I will be spoiling this. And this is the Foxglove King, and I keep calling this the Foxglove. I keep calling this the Foxglove Court, and I have no idea why. So if I accidentally say that, you'll know that it's not intentional. This is yet another beautiful book, and like this cover is fine. It's great. It's cool, right? Wait until I just undress this book for you so you can get all of its naked gloriness. Have you seen this? Have you seen this? How fabulous is this? I am absolutely obsessed. This is my favorite Fairy Loot book I have received this year so far, um, out of the three, because I just love this aesthetic that's on the inside. You also get like a reverse dust jacket here. I hope you can see this. But I like the original dust jacket, but this is where the money's at for me. This I'm just gonna have it like this until I finish because this is the beauty that I want y'all to see, okay? So I don't actually know very much about this, so it might be a good idea to have a read. When Laura was 13, she escaped a cult in the catacombs beneath the city of Del Air, and in the 10 years since, she's lived by one rule: don't let them find you. Easier said than done when her magic ties her to the city. Mortem is a magic born from death, and it's high-priced and illicit commodity in Del Air. Laura has made a living running poisons for the city's underbelly, but when a run goes wrong, she's captured by the king and expects to be sent to the Pyre. I have the hardest time saying this word. Don't judge. I will put on screen the pyre, the pyre, the pier. I don't know. You get it. You get it. I don't know. I like it's like when I say it in my head, it sounds right, but as soon as my mouth opens, it sounds completely wrong. But the king has different plans. Laura's thrust into the sainted king's glittering court where no one can be believed and even fewer can be trusted. Guarded by Gabriel, a duke turned monk, and continually running up against Bastian, the king's ne'er-do-well heir, Laura tangles in politics, religion, and forbidden romance as she attempts to navigate a debauched and opulent society. But the life she left behind in the catacombs is catching up with her, and even as Laura makes her way through the sainted court above, danger from below draws ever closer. Ooh, that sounds ominous. Okay, sounds great, right? Like court, politics, intrigue, demons, magic, romance, forbidden romance at that. Like, sign me up. I want to get this done. It will also, again, reach one of my goals. I will be reading a book. I'm so excited for this one. I think I'm slightly more excited for this one than Amina, just because this sounds like my cup of tea, like down to a tea. But Amina is a little bit outside my comfort zone, which I'm simultaneously excited for and a little scared for. This, however, sounds like right up my alley, so I'm so excited to get to this. Also, the cover, it's just pretty. Okay. Another book to potentially knock off some more goals for this year. I decided that I wanted to prioritize series, And in January, February, March, I reread all of the U series. Well, I reread the first book and I read the second and third book. And the fourth book, I don't know if this is the final book, but I would surmise that it would be, comes out on the 4th of April. I obviously can't tell you what this one's about because it's the fourth book in a series. The books diverge from the TV show quite a bit. And I think the first book was such a hit for me. Like, I gave it a 4 stars. I gave it a 5 stars the first time I read it. Upon reread, I gave it a 4. I gave the books 2 and 3 a 3 stars, like, they were fine. I want to read this one so I can call this series complete, and also so when I watch the show, I can see the differences that are made. And I do enjoy reading from Joel Berg's perspective, which is extremely twisted. I know that, okay? And if you don't know what this is about, it pretty much follows Joe Goldberg, who is a hopeless romantic that has psychotic stalker tendencies and is also kind of a serial killer, but it's still enjoyable to see from his perspective. And I don't know if that's because obviously Penn Badgley plays Joe Goldberg in the show, and I've become attached to him as this character. So even when I read these books, I'm imagining Penn Badgley. I'm imagining the show in a sense, even though they diverge so completely. But I would like to get this read so that I can call this series complete and continue watching the show as it airs because I have a ball of a time doing that. So I don't even think I says what this book is. It's called For You and Only You, and it is the fourth book in the U series, and I hope that I like it. Next, I swear I made this TBR with the thought in mind that this is what I'm in the mood for, this is what I'm feeling. Because I haven't been making videos for the start of this year, my reading has been really smooth. I haven't touched wood. I haven't been oh well, I've got wood right here. Yay. I haven't been in a slump. I have been reading quite consistently, and I've been enjoying the majority of what I've read. So I'm a little bit apprehensive that making a TBR may change things. I don't know if I'm a TBR person. And this is going to be like my experiment to find out what works for me. If I need to do like seasonal TBRs instead of monthlies, or if I need to do smaller TBRs instead of ambitious ones. This is quite ambitious, to be fair. But I'm hoping that because I picked this before filming this video, before even thinking about YouTube again, that I will still vibe with it. So, in saying that, the next book I have here is Scythe by Neil Shusterman. If you haven't seen, I done These Books Will Self Destruct in 12 months. I will leave that link down below. This is, the Toll is technically on that list. This, however, is not. But it's been so long since I read the first and the second book that I feel to really get the benefit of this book series, I need to go back and reread. So I decided this month is going to be the start of that reread. So if I do Scythe this month, April, Thunderhead May, and The Told June, that would knock off a series. It would also knock off my Self Destruct, so I don't have to get rid of all these books. And I would feel really good about that because it's completing some goals that I set out in the start of the year. And if you don't know, which I take it you probably do because it's a fairly popular book, what this is about, it is about in a perfect world, the only way to die is to be gleaned by a professional scythe. When Citra and Rowan are first chosen to be the apprentice scythes, they know they have no option to learn the art of killing. However, the terrifying responsibility of choosing their victims is just the start. Corruption is the order of the day, and Citra and Rowan need to stick together to fight it. Then they are told that one of them will have to glean the other. It's been a while since I've read this, to be fair. I really, really enjoyed it. 5 star first read. The second we got a 5 star too, actually. And I really like the characters, Citra and Rowan. And it's weird to call them that because, like, that's not the names that I remember. If you know, you know. But I am really excited to get back into this series and finally complete it. Like, I really enjoyed the first and the second book. And I do this thing all the time where I enjoy them, but I don't read them fast enough in like one after the other. So I have to do stuff like this and go back and reread, which is not a huge deal, but it is when you're talking about series, right? And I do this to myself all the time. So this year, my goal is to break down some of the series that I'm reading so I can make that a more manageable list and update what my preferences are now if I'm interested in reading them. And that means that in the future, when I read series, I'm going to try and make an active effort to not leave so long in between books. Best laid intentions, my friends, but it is there. I hope I can get to this. The next book I have here is again a part of a series, but there is a difference with this one. I haven't left too long in between books, and I've been reading like maybe one book every 2 months, and I've been really enjoying it. So this is Twisted Hate by Anna Huang, and this is the third book in the Twisted Love series. I read Twisted Love, gave it 4 stars. I read Twisted Games and gave that 4.5. Did I give it a 5? I think I gave it a 4.5. These books are 4 companion novels that are made up of a friend group. So we follow each of the friends in their romance. I love books like this. I love series like this because you can jump in and out without losing anything, even if you leave a long time in between, because it's a new story that flashes back to things that you've learned and know. So in this, we follow Josh and Jules. And Jules is a former party girl who's just focusing on passing her bar exam. And Josh is like the charming hotshot who is trying to become a doctor. And they've hated each other. Jules and Josh's sister were best friends. They've been best friends for years and they've hated each other for the whole time that they've been best friends. But maybe that hate's going to turn into some passion. He hates her almost as much as he wants her. Damn right he does. Jules is going to get her some, I believe, in this book. Or Josh is going to get him some, however you want to put it. But I feel like something's going to something, and I'm okay with that. So I am really excited to get to this. I have enjoyed the previous 2 books. They're fun, they're fast paced, and they're cute. So yeah, I am very excited to get to this. So these are the 5 physical books I would like to read. I also have the 4th U book. I've forgotten what that's called again, which I will hopefully be listening to on audio because Script has all of them, and I'm hoping Script will get the 4th one so that I can listen to that on audio. This seems like a big stack, but I mean, I'm currently reading God Killer, and Twisted Hate will read fairly quickly. So if I break this down, it hopefully won't be too bad. But yeah, these are my choices for the month of April. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry for being absent so long, but life is life and we must live it. So I thank you so very much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe and comment if you've read any of these books. Let me know what you thought of them. No spoilers, of course. I hope you have a great day, a great week, a great weekend, whenever the hell you're watching this. Remember to stay safe, happy and healthy, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Down my cards, ready to play, yeah. It's all a game.